Hello.
Hola, amigo. Hey, nice to see you. Hey,
Nice to
thanks.
see you.
Yeah, hey, check what happens out here.
Mhm.
Two splendid people who don't know when enough is enough. We have we have the intention to make a 5-minute video, and I'm gonna try to be responsible for that by pressing the stopwatch. So, where are we? I am in Baja, Mexico. I'm a 6'2" splenic manifester. I've been in the experiment about 5 years, and I've just became a certified guide, which means I get to teach Living Your Design as a workshop. And somehow, in meeting you, I have invited you to join me on this adventure. And in fact, you've inspired components of it. And let's see, I'll introduce you 3-5, splenic projector, is that right? And about 2 years in the experiment, yeah? Okay, and no formal human design education yet.
None yet.
Okay, but you've been invited, and in fact, you have accepted the invitation to join my LYD. And somehow in our relating, we've decided that, you know what, we're going to step away from Facebook during that time. And there's a lot of things we want to talk about as far as why. But those will be future videos, I think. Yeah. So in this one, I wanted to share a meme that just popped up in my vision today, and it seems to me to talk to what we're experimenting with in this LYD. So I'm going to bring it up on the screen, and would you mind reading it for me once I get it up there?
Oh, not at all. I'd like to.
Okay, awesome. So let's go here. Slideshow from the beginning. Okay, here's some words from Ra Uruhu in the voice of Feliciano. Take it away.
You see, all it takes is the readiness to take the journey, to disconnect from the madness of the not self world and its not self purposes, to rediscover the dignity of what it is to be you. It's a wonderful thing to love yourself. It truly is magic.
All right. This message of loving yourself comes out in human design at various times, and I'd like to get more into that. But first, I want to take this away, go back into our audio video here, and ask you about the readiness to take the journey. That's something I see in you. You're only 2 years into this, but you have displayed to me, and I've heard from your voice, like you are in the journey. Do you want to say anything about that? How were you so ready?
Uh, well, um, I just dove in. So
Mm-hmm.
looking back, I can't really say what one thing was, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
my willingness to accept my helplessness, right?
Yeah, your willingness to accept that. Okay, well, that's a big admission. I
Yeah.
wasn't so willing like that. Did you have some life experiences that like helped you understand how helpless you are?
As a third line, I've
Ah,
experienced
yeah.
like what I would call or come to affectionately term as seven-centered success, right?
Yeah.
So, freedom to travel and whatever, you know, had a good life uh, by certain measurements, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was unfulfilling, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so right around my beginning, all these life changes were happening, like divorce,
Mm-hmm.
a complete change in my form of, being closer to 300 pounds as opposed to
Mm-hmm.
200, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so just kind of growing up, finally, I guess. So we're maturing
Mm-hmm.
around from 42, just all kinds of life changes.
Mm-hmm.
And, at one point I said, I need a new system. I'm bored.
And then
And
human
then,
design appeared?
yeah.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. All right. Um, well, one more question I want to ask you. This word dignity pops up in here. The dignity of being you. As a projector, you have a much better ability to see dignity or lack thereof in other people. Yeah. Anything about that part of the quote that you want to respond to? I'm asking you to respond to. Are we going to get past these vocabulary jokes?
Part of the experiment.
It
Experience.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing about human design that really, it's not like a belief system. You don't have to believe in it. It's not about morals, about, it gives us a way to kind of, did I say this already? Like, I'm still a diamond. I'm just buried under a bunch of stuff,
Excellent.
And
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, it's okay to be, who I am.
Yeah.
And just see it for what it is. And really, I think to see, for me especially, you mentioned projectors and see it in others. Being able to accept it, we're all where we're at, right? At our level of consciousness and understanding of the mechanics.
Yeah.
Giving people dignity and not blaming myself for being who I am too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go ahead and take your diamond metaphor because I like that a lot. It is, and I use a metaphor about windows. The 9 centers are like the windows through which, the neutrino information comes in, we'll say, and yet open centers are mostly dirty from conditioning. And we don't really, and you have 7 open centers, I have 4. And the difference between the human design experimenter who's been through LYD and one who hasn't is really clear to me from looking at their perspective on deconditioning. If you haven't been through LYD, then you assume that, if you just gain more knowledge about human design, then you're going to know more and you're going to be more projector-like or more manifestor-like. I mean, I spent like several years there, okay? Going through the LYD experience and earnestly admitting that you need to decondition 7 centers or 9 centers or 4 centers, and that it takes time and some understanding about what not self and self is. It takes some time, 7 years, to get those windows clean. So we are encouraging other people to start that window cleaning process. I'll go ahead and put up our image that we made to invite people to our Facebook free LYD experiment. And yeah, we only ran 3 minutes over our 5-minute audio. So.
I talked and talked. Perfect example of not self-projector.
Absolutely, love it.
No sacral. We'll have to do a video afterwards, right? Like, hey, look at the difference before and after.
I think all we need to do right now is show people that we're real about this as an experiment and that we're here to support and empower and share in this 1-month experiment where we leave Facebook and study human design. So thank you again for